What's going on, everybody? It is an early edition of Recap this week. It is Wednesday, and I'm your boy Benjamin coming at you live from my palatial estate in Oakland, California. How you guys doing? We are dual casting, of course, on Instagram and Twitch, as we've been doing for the last month and a half or so. But anyway, appreciate you guys joining. Love to see you guys lively in the chat. As always, if you're not able to catch the show live, you can catch us on YouTube at Hat-Club. Be sure to subscribe to us, which is a fancy word for follow, and give us a like if you like what you see. Chat, who we got here today? Flashfire, China SFC, JM1620, Alanx 787, Apache Pothead, Best of AZ, King KR30. What's going on? Zeke49, Sub Diego 619, peace and humptiness to you as well. Just Shady G, Steph M40, Elk Dot in the house, Vibe Kanda, VT Kevin R. My name is Eric Hickson, EDC, Base Taco, Tone Cruise, and of course the rest of the gang. Flashfire, if I didn't mention you as well. Anyway, kicking the show off, I got my my wingman here, and of course I had to put the jersey of Georgia Tech because this man had a great weekend this last Saturday. Furry Taylor, what is up?
What's going on, chat? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, it was a great weekend to be a Yellow Jacket fan last weekend. I don't think that was on my bingo card to kick off the season, but hey, I'm glad that we went that route. Hopefully we don't drop to Georgia State this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be extreme madness, but if you guys get that win, I gotta say you guys are probably gonna go up into the top 25. So
that's what I'm hoping. We are in a bowl game drought. I think we've not been to a bowl game since I've graduated, if I remember correctly. So it's gonna be good. But what's going on, chat? What's up, everybody? Kicks and EDC. What's going on, my guy? 406. What's up? Vengeful Spectre. What's going on? JM. What is good, my guy? We got a great show for you guys. Best of AZ. What's up? Yeah, if you guys like hats, we always say it, but this is the show for you, and we have a lot of dope hats to show off. But this is not just a dynamic duo. Can't do this without our third musketeer, our guy, A-Lab at the bottom. Austin.
Bam.
What up, fam?
Brody?
What's up, chat? How's everybody doing?
I'm stressed.
Did you both just say you're stressed at the same time?
I think so.
Yeah, probably
did. Good Lord.
I of course am hopping on a flight to Chicago as soon as we wrap up this show. Hence the Bulls gear, the black soutache, Chicago White Sox, because there's only one side in Chicago, and that is the South Side, my friends.
Yeah, black soutache. That's a throwback collection. What was that, 2022 or 2021?
No, actually, I think it was last year.
No, was it really?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was 2022? We did that last year.
Damn, we were just talking about that today. We were talking about all the August releases and campaigns, and the ones at the very beginning of the month with like Sinister Pack. Like we're like, that felt like fucking 12 months ago.
I know.
Like, that did not feel like 3 weeks ago. But speaking of hats that are releasing or have released, we have a large assortment of hats to show off to you guys for Site Sleepers.
Yes.
Let me share this over here. Perfect.
And Ben was actually right, Austin. Soutache released last year.
No way, yeah, dude. That feels like 2 or 3 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. It's a lot of hats. It's a lot of hats. Yeah, so not so much of a throwback there, Ben. But first up, we have a Arizona Diamondbacks with a very, very detailed snake logo behind that traditional A logo there. Oh, good amount of sizes sold out there. So if you're in the average range for head size, you're still in good shape. But Hat Club interior label there, pink under visor, good looking crown. Not a damn thing wrong with it. Off-white.
And speaking of something that we haven't
like?
dropped since 2022, the Diamondbacks with the actual snake that's stitched behind.
Yes. I remember at one point we were dropping it very frequently, along with the interior like snake skin detailed D logo. I felt like we were dropping a lot of those for a while last year, and then it just kind of resurfaced today. So that's great. Oh. Beautiful.
I don't know if anything I said a second ago went through, but I was going to say the detailed stitched on snake behind the A logo, that goes back to 2022, the last time we did that.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Very,
it looks
very,
great.
very clean hat. Yeah, that's very, very clean hat. As someone in chat said, an extremely slimy hat.
Extremely slimy. Hell yeah. Next up, we have Houston Astros with a very, very bright orange. Like if you're working construction and you got a good orange vest on, this will pair perfectly with it. So, but good amount of hats sold for this one too. Broken sizes for real. So smaller head sizes can still cop it. Gray undervisor there. Hat Club interior label. And then what's the side patch on here? Astrodome. All right.
Dome.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good call out. This is definitely giving me Frozen Tangerine vibes.
I could say the
same thing for sure. For sure. Yeah, but is this blue or is this silver?
That looks silver to me.
That's blue.
It's blue.
Is it blue?
Yeah,
it very much is Frozen Tangerine vibes.
It is definitely Frozen Tangerine.
Oh, that's
okay.
sick.
This is okay. Cool.
Yeah,
there we go.
I kept trying to say that, but my feed kept cutting out.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was silver. That's dope.
Yeah, I think at first glance, but now that I'm looking at it closely, I do see that electric blue that we like to talk about, metallic.
Up next, we have a great looking solid black crown for the Texas Rangers. All metallic threading on the front with the red, the blue, and the silver. And then a 2023 World Series side patch. This is a good everyday wearer.
I don't know why, but this hat reminds me of the Terminator series.
It does.
Oh, I can see that.
Yep.
I don't think that's the intention, but just for whatever reason, the color schemes that were chosen.
The T looks very much so. That
I just watched Judgment Day on Netflix last night, actually. So
top 10 movie of all time. I don't care what anybody says. The movie's so fucking great.
Yep. Consider I could probably watch that 2 or 3 times in a week.
Oh yeah.
Another one that looks like it has some sort of hook, but I can't figure out what it is this Seattle Mariners. It's a good looking hat. I like it a lot. So
strikes me as something I need to add to my collection. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Yes.
This is because we used that logo before in a collection that we showed off. I just can't remember which one it was. It's recent. I don't know if it was this exact hat or if it was something different. Ooh.
A little bit more.
I don't know. I don't know what this what the thematics were. Maybe it was just put together to get put together, but I like it. I like it a lot. So
it's you know what? I think I might know, but I don't want to speak on it too heavily, but I'll definitely say if you have a sidekick that happens to be, a donkey, then maybe this is a hat.
Yeah, hey, it could be.
Because it was the colors, like it's copper. There's that slime green in there.
Yeah.
And
in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Exactly. These hats are like layers, guys. All these hats have layers.
Exactly. Yeah, many layers to that front logo. You're correct there. And I also saw someone in chat, Sub Diego said, in Philly said, make more 51s. So here you go.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That is cooked. But
wow, I really like the side patch they added to this one.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just go like that because it's the whole welcome to Las Vegas sign look to it. So I like this one a lot, actually.
Yeah. I do like this one. Oh, Chad, actually, there's a specific sneaker for that last one we showed that goes to a specific artist. So I just like wheels were turning on that one. But I do like this side patch as well. It's definitely giving me very Nuketown, Black Ops, type vibes.
Yeah, like Black Ops 6 coming back very soon. I got access to the demo, so I'll be playing that this weekend. But yeah, that's a good looking 51s hat, and I agree with Chad. I think we need to bring back some more.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think also given all the UAP UFO news this past week, it's just appropriate we have 51s dropping.
Agreed.
Up next, we have the Tucson Padres.
The very short-lived Tucson Padres only existed for about 3 seasons.
Wow.
There you go. Collector's piece.
It is. And for those of you guys who don't know your baseball history, before they were the Tucson Padres, they were the Portland Beavers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Were the Portland Beavers around for a long time too, Ben, or were they?
I mean, the team name historically, but at least this version for the AAA, they were only around for like a decade. Because it went Portland to Tucson because El Paso, the Chihuahuas, they were still building the stadium. So they needed to put the team somewhere. And the Beavers basically got kicked out of Portland because the Portland Timbers, the MLS team, took over the stadium and expanded out. So that's how they got forced out of Portland.
So before Ben continues to rant on about Portland baseball and misses his flight, I'm going to move on to the next one. The Reno Silver
That was the last thing I had to say.
So, and yes, Raw Fit, it's great to see you, my friend. We are live because Ben has to run to the airport in the very.
My bad.
But the Reno Silver Foxes. This is an awesome looking script.
Socks.
And a really cool looking side patch too to this.
Silver socks.
Like this. Now
the Navy crown on this one.
Navy? Okay, I was about to ask that if it was Navy or
what was I saying? Foxes?
Yeah, you and Derek both kept saying Fox, and it's like, no, it's the socks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think when I read it quickly, I just see like Fox in my head. I must be dyslexic. So yeah, but cool looking side patch to this.
Yeah.
That's right. The Reno George Clooney's.
If it was the Silver Foxes, yes. Maybe it's also because we have the Seawolves next, which kind of looks like a fox. Maybe that's what my brain was doing there. But this one, a couple of sizes gone on there. But the Erie Seawolves, good looking hat. A lot of these MILBs are just very nice, traditional looking hats. I like them.
I will say that logo is going to get tattooed on me at some point. So
wow,
man,
very nice. How many do you have left that you have to get done?
Oh, dude, like 100.
Oh,
casually 100.
Are you gonna go neck tats?
No. Lord, no.
Yeah, exactly. Vibe kind of that hat definitely was giving me NC State vibes. With the logo on that last one.
Hell yeah.
Up next, we have the Inland Empire 66ers. Redlands Pickers patch hat. That is a mouthful. This one is good looking hat. I mean, very, very much giving me Tropicana vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would go great with a breakfast, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Good bowl of cereal and some orange juice.
And then last, certainly not least, we had a slew.
Gone.
No surprise here. This is fucking cooked. We have we had a slew of NFL fitteds and 940 A-frames drop on the site in celebration of NFL season coming back. Trust us when we saw your comments about I need X team, I need Y team. We have more coming. And
a lot more coming.
Word on the street is Jerry might have been nice for once and might have gotten us some inventory in the very near future.
To the point where it's like if you're a fan of Jerry's team and you're not tuned in to recap next week, you are just missing out.
Yeah, you're doing bad. So I won't go through every single one because there's a metric shit ton of them. But good amount of teams here, some good real trees, some good classic colorways, whatever you need, we got it for you. So I think some of these have some broken sizes. I know that one of or maybe two of the A-frames got scooped up. I think one of them was a Houston one. One of my personal favorites, obviously the Buffalo Bills, but I really like this Raiders one here with the Old English script. I think this one just turned out super clean. That
one's almost wiped out in the company.
Yes. Yeah. So, so go ahead and cop some NFL stuff. If you got your fantasy draft coming up, like Ben and I just did our hat club one just the other day. Gotta get a new hat for that special occasion. All right. So let me stop sharing there. That is site sleepers, folks.
Yes. And actually, one thing I will point out in regard to the NFL hats, one of the Houston Texans hats that I showed off last week, which was that Old English H logo. Obviously, it has not dropped on the website yet. They sent me that one by mistake when it was supposed to be that red brick two-tone that is basically cooked. Okay. So yes, you guys still have that to look forward to in the not too distant future.
Oh yeah.
Rock with it.
Oh yeah. Well, we have stuff that we have to talk about from website stuff at the end of the show, right?
At the end of the show, yeah.
Okay.
I got it written down.
All right.
Moving on to what's dropping over the next week. We got a special guest with us that's going to talk all about it, just because the fact he designed all of them.
Yes, sir.
Bringing in Mr. Freddie Mancebo. What up?
The man himself.
What up?
How you doing today, bud?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Great.
Awesome. I got a great crown on my head. What else could I ask for, you know?
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Appreciate that.
All right, so what do we want to start with? Barraging him with questions, or we want to show each one off and have Freddie go into detail in regard to where the inspiration came from?
I think going into the details behind the hats would be really cool to hear it from the man himself. I think we should actually. Is there a way to make the two of you bigger and then?
No, I think we only do one, and then it's just the usual.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, don't worry. I'll hide my face in the hat. So LA Dodgers up first. Navy blue crown, navy blue button, navy blue upper visor. Slightly off-white logo, metallic copper outline. 50th anniversary of Dodger Stadium, and this bad boy's a pinky.
Yep. So on this one, I know people have been asking, like they wanted to see more teams in like that velvet laser execution that we did with the Yankees. This was one that initially had that with a different print on it, but it just didn't execute. So we kind of just retooled, and I wanted to do something that was just kind of like super wearable, super clean. The pink UV is always a nice touch. So yeah, just kind of something within the color palette of the story that we wanted to tell. This time around, we wanted to go a little bit darker, a little bit more fall leaning, kind of like a little bit more mature. I was inspired by like a lot of like kind of like older like animes and kind of like that darker kind of like tone. So that's why you got a navy hat in this collection.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool to hear. And I mean, like you smashed it out of the park with the first Sakura. So let us give us some insight as to like what made you want to bring it back. Was it just strictly the success that you saw from it? And then two, like what made you go into the new elements that you had behind like this features a whole slew of new things to it. So I think that we didn't see in Sakura 1.0. So just would love to hear like your thought process behind bringing 2.0 back.
Yeah, so if everyone recalls, like the first one was kind of like a design brief in the sense that John shared with me, where he kind of had this idea of like the story. So the initial concept was all his, and he kind of set me up with like the color palette and stuff like that, and said, "Yo, like go crazy." So yeah, after kind of like having that being like my first release and seeing that the energy behind the Yankee and like the response from it, we wanted to follow up, but we didn't want to just kind of bring it back with like the same energy. We wanted to bring it back with like a new spin to it. So I mean, this collection in general is fun. A lot of times we do things with like certain hooks and we can't really get into like the details of it, and it also kind of strains us from a creative standpoint. But here we kind of just give ourselves like a little bit of freedom, right? Because it's like you think about Sakura, that season is like in the spring, but in a sense the theme is kind of like seasonless. That's why we kind of dubbed it like Hanami, because Hanami is kind of like observing the season. We were like, okay, how can we reimagine this through the lens of like a fall color palette? So that's kind of where we arrived with this 2.0.
Nice.
And then on top of that, I wanted to play with like more of those kind of fabric pieces. I think people responded well. Last time we had like also like the Washington Nationals in that like silk fabric. So we wanted to bring kind of something like that, and that's where like the they're not like real tree like edge cam or anything like that. These were kind of like fabrics that we went out to China or work with New Arbor to source specifically for the collection. So that's why you're seeing kind of like these pinks and like these camouflages and the oranges and like the Washington one that we're gonna see.
I was gonna say, since you're talking about Washington, I'll just move right into that one. Hold on one sec. So Washington Nationals, metallic copper W logo, brown crown, real tree camo button and upper visor. 10 years of Nationals baseball, 2005 to 2015 for the side patch, and then retro green under visor.
Yeah, that's a perfect fall hat. I feel like good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like definitely with a good like bomber or varsity like two-tone Letterman with that hat. I think it's like a whole crazy. Or even like some real tree pants as well if you like, and then just go really minimal on the top layer. That's actually, it was really difficult for me to pick the one that I wanted out of this pack for promo. And it was really between this one and I think it was between three. This one, the Atlanta, and the I think it was the other Yankee, because I missed out on the first one. I was like, I'm definitely not missing on the second one.
Okay. Yeah, and Hat Club interior label on all of these too.
Yes, sir.
And Freddie, give some people some insights. Like, what makes you decide when you're doing like a custom Hat Club collection, when you want to do some interior details, like versus not doing interior details? So this one obviously didn't, but the first one did. Like, what was the thought process going into that?
I think we do it when it makes sense, if it fits kind of like the story. I think for the first collection, it was important to have that like cherry blossom imagery incorporated into kind of like each hat to tell that story, since it was kind of like our first time really kind of like telling it. And then John's idea was also to add that like tattoo inspired element to the sweatband, so that's how that came about. It was just a nice touch to the collection because while you have some pieces like the Yankee or the Washington that had these special fabrics, like the other ones were kind of like lacking some of those touches. So that's kind of how we executed, made those feel a little bit more special in a sense. And then here we played with the idea. Initially it had a pink sail stitch, but I think that when I saw the samples, I looked at it and I felt that it was strong enough that it didn't really need the detail. Like it was a nice detail, but it didn't really add enough. So it just kind of didn't feel like it served a purpose the way that the first sweatband did. And at this point, like everyone's already kind of familiar with the story. So I just wanted to keep it clean and let, I think the colorways this time speak themselves, because they show an evolution of like, our design, but also kind of, a progression in that story.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really cool insights.
All right, next one.
You're getting called out in the comments.
I know. I saw that. Austin squad, New York. Yeah. Sorry, I almost said Yankees. Mets.
That would have been a big mistake.
50th anniversary of Jackie Robinson. Like the Dodgers one, navy crown, navy button, navy upper visor. White threading on the interior, metallic copper on the exterior for the script logo. A little bit of metallic copper actually on the outskirts of the Batterman logo on the back. Metallic royal blue and pink on the interior there. And like the Dodgers, this one is going to be a pink under visor as well. Black sweatband, Hat Club tag. And all these are made in Bangladesh, in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they fit true to size. They fit true to size, so everybody knows too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, this one was a really, really close cop for me, but I know that Freddie might have some other stuff cooked up in the near future that I can go back to my favorite Mets there. But this one, if this one by some miracle doesn't sell out, I think in a paycheck or two, I'll be copping it.
Yeah, and I think I like one thing Freddie talked about in like the designing of the pack, that you have like those specialty pieces, but then you have ones like these that are just really, really tough everyday wears. So I really like that.
I'll throw this one up too, just because it's the last of the navy blue variety. So navy crown, navy button, navy upper visor, Minnesota Twins TC logo, white and metallic copper, obviously. 2010 inaugural season. This one's going to have pink in the interior details as well as the metallic copper exterior for the Batterman logo on the back, and pink undervisor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag, made in Bangladesh.
That's dope. Super clean.
Very.
Yes, you'll see like across these styles that the metallic copper is kind of a tying piece in each style. That's kind of the one thread that we wanted to like stand behind on this collection. So you'll kind of see that in there.
Okay. Now, was Minnesota a highly like sought after team for like the first one, and that's the reason for bringing it into this one, or was it just that you like the logos for it?
Yeah, I like the logo. I like kind of like that TC black logo, especially with how you can play with like the two colors between the letters. I thought that against the navy was just a clean everyday, hat. Very you can work with anything pretty much.
You stole my question there, Austin. I was about to fire that one exactly.
Great minds, Ben. Great minds.
No, because a lot of people in the comments, obviously Giants fans are very prevalent within the Hat Club community. So they, of course, want their 30 pieces of silver on that one. Which is kind of ironic considering the fact that the old Thrill SF hats from back in the day when they were doing cherry blossom hats were all basically SF centric. So if there is a 3.0, do you think about adding more West Coast teams? Obviously you have the Dodgers, but and the Seattle, but then maybe like the Padres, the Giants, the A's won't exist anymore by the time the third round comes around. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always cool kind of to, I think sometimes we get so caught up in like being like true to the story. But I think it's also okay sometimes to, not always follow the rules, and as long as like the end outcome ties into the story somehow, which I think at this point, it's like people kind of understand the story. So if you're like complaining like, oh, well, such and such place doesn't have cherry blossoms, why do they have a hat? It's, I don't know, at this point, it's like beyond the point.
Right.
Yeah. And
shut the haters up.
Thugnificent, to answer your question, employees do not get points, and we have a very limited amount of discounts that we can use. So we have to be super selective with what hats we decide to purchase each month. So that's like why I'm not picking up immediately the Mets from this one, because I might know about a future Mets that I could cop, but I knew I wanted to secure this Orioles.
All right, next on the line, Atlanta Braves. This one's for you, Tef. This is going to be a chrome white crown. Obviously, some navy blue details in the eyelets. Navy blue interior for the A logo, metallic copper exterior. Burgundy for the button and the upper visor. 2000 All-Star game for the side patch. Flat stitch baddie on the back. And this one's going to have a cool gray under visor, black wet band, Hat Club tag. Also made in Bangladesh.
Yeah, I think this Atlanta I like the most because it's unique in the sense of it kind of plays on stuff we've done with the AWACS with the eyelet colors.
Yeah.
As far as like not making those tonal with the crown. I do like how it flips. I mean, I don't know, Freddie, and I was gonna kind of ask you this myself. Did you take any inspo from like the Monier releases or anything like that with like playing around with this hat at all, or was it purely just design centric and focused as far as sticking within a color scheme?
No. This one was just inspired by like the AWACS, like you hit it right on the head. But I saw the opportunity to again run it through like that Sakura filter, and that meant like darkening some of like the reds and stuff like that, giving it more of like a wine tone or maroon tone. Once I mocked it up, I was like, yeah, this is like this one's it, So
yeah,
definitely AWACS referencing, but just again taking liberties, not just trying to like, do a one-to-one, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I really like I said, the way that you tied that navy in with the eyelets. I think that's something I like. I think John has kind of sold me this year on contrast stitching. So I really like to see with hats that we do in the future for other collections, like playing with other design elements of the hat. And I feel like the eyelet is a underappreciated way to kind of be expressive with color.
Yeah, we don't get too many things to color up. So every once in a while we gotta, do some contrast eyelets.
I like it. I'm actually a huge fan of it. So good on you for doing that one. All right. Next up, St. Louis Cardinals. Oh my God.
St. Louis Gatos.
Yeah. St. Louis El Gatos.
The St. Louis El Gatos. Hope that
while Ben's camera is working, I have two of them here besides there we go.
Oh, there he is.
You have them as come on.
Just have two. I only have two hats. I don't have that Cardinals.
Okay. So St. Louis Cardinals up next. This one's going to be burgundy crown, burgundy button, burgundy upper visor, white interior, metallic copper exterior for the Cardinal script. Oh my God, dude. This is insane. Seriously, dude. When I get back from Chicago, I'm just going to take a bat and smash everything.
Well, in the meantime, chat, I'll show off while Ben gets his camera working. I'll show off I have two hats here. Two of like I would say probably like the more thematic driven ones. One being the Sakura Seattle here with the Bubble S logo with a great gradient behind it. So it goes from lighter to darker from top to bottom. The side patch here is non-existent. It's a plain Jane in a sense, but really it's got this really cool execution behind the cherry blossoms floating in the wind all the way to the back batterman. So, and then good green undervisor on this one, and made in Bangladesh like the rest of them with the Hat Club interior label. So this is one of my personal favorites right here.
So I'm going to ask you, Freddie, because I remember with the first one, that was like that forest, almost olive green that you went instead of going the black route. So now having the 1.0 and the 2.0 of the Seattle, which one is your favorite? Is it the OG green that you did or this one now?
I'm gonna throw you a curveball. I have a navy sample.
Oh,
I want it. If it's 7.5, I want it.
Nah, that's all me. I'm sorry.
No, Navy. I think I would maybe have to say the Navy, even without seeing it, just off the strength of color scheme. I think that Navy would probably have to fill the number one spot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like navy with pink. And is it a pink UV also?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. I would definitely say.
But yeah, I like green a lot, but I think definitely I like the way that the S pops on the black one a little bit more. So I definitely say 2.0 over 1.0 on this one.
I agree. I could agree with that.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be tapping in whenever you choose to show off that sample, Freddie. I gotta see that.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Cardinals back up. So 2009 All-Star game for the side patch. Maroon or burgundy and pink in the interior detail for the Batterman logo, metallic copper exterior, retro green undervisor, black sweatband hat club tag, made in Bangladesh. And I'll move into the kind of ironic that it's going from a Cardinal in burgundy and we're going to an Astros hat in Cardinal, even though whatever it's the natural light coming in from the side here. It's looking more red brick, but I assure you this is Cardinal. Houston Astros, metallic copper interior for the star logo behind the white H. 50th anniversary of Astros baseball for the side patch. Flat stitch batting on the back, metallic copper exterior there, black and pink interior. Green undervisor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the exterior. And last but not least, of course, the heavy hitter of the collection. I had saved this for last. The velour burgundy with all the fancy details in here. New York Yankees 1999 World Series. Of course, white NY logo. How'd you come up with this one, or where'd you find the details in regard to this particular type of velour?
So that velour is one that we've worked with New Era. So if you remember, like the Yankee that Dustin did for the boxing pack, the green one, pretty much the same one. It's just a different color of it. Where I think we took it somewhere else is like lasering our own artwork into the velour itself to give it like that, effect. And that was just initially we wanted to do kind of like that, like Japanese, like traditional jacquard that we did in the Washington. But we couldn't find the right fabric with like the right artwork. So we pivoted and we said, all right, well, we'll put like our own artwork on the hat itself. So we needed a fabric. So we went with the velour, which turned out, really good. And for this one, actually, if you have the 1.0 and you compare the prints, they're 50% similar. There's subtle changes within the artwork. So it's like a true update to, or a true successor to like the first one.
Yeah. And if people can't tell, like the laser etching in this is pretty insane. Like you can see very clearly, like let's see, let me put my finger on it. Like right there is like a geisha, and then there's fans next to her. It's insanely well done. And like awesome creative vision behind it, beautifully executed. Shouldn't have been a Yankee, but
yeah,
we'll digress there.
I was gonna say, Austin, that Yankee is bent up too. It's not like flat brim. So you been wearing.
I had to create a little content behind it, so it's not staying with me.
I was going to point out how much more remarkable your how much more remarkable your lighting is than mine right now, because on my end it was looking like brownish and yours was actually picking up the actual like burgundy hue of it. So
imagine that lighting plays into it all.
So I think Freddie, from a design perspective, because like you said, you're dealing with poly for some of the crowns in this pack, and then obviously here now you're dealing with velvet. When you get into colors and specifically like picking colors and things of that sort for this Yankee, did you find it because you were using more of like a crushed burgundy maroon color? Were you more concerned about how the other threading would show up against that color, or was it more so just you had a color scheme in mind and you just kind of attacked it from that perspective?
Yeah, I kind of had the color scheme in mind, like the palette was already set. And when dealing with velour, it's like I don't know how well a pink velour hat would do or something. So I thought burgundy was kind of like a good choice. It felt like refined. It felt a little bit more like mature, which is kind of what we were going for. So I think that just kind of like was like it made sense naturally. We don't have too many options in terms of like the colors that are offered to us in that. So burgundy was just kind of like one that I was like, yeah, that's, especially for the color palette that we were going and the timing of the release, it just made sense.
Yeah, great fall color, extremely great fall color. I think that's gonna go well. I think it's just divine timing. I think blue is perfect for the summer, and then now you have the burgundy that's better for the fall.
For sure.
So I got to ask this because when you dropped Sakura 1.0, there was the royal blue velour Yankees, and there was a gentle fellow on Twitter who said nobody's going to buy that hat. It's terrible. And needless to say, it's sold out in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So this one obviously is going to go through the same turmoil.
And I think IG chat agrees. Like IG chat is going nuts over the Yankees.
What do you got to say to the guy who didn't have the faith in your abilities?
I don't know, man. I feel like if he's waiting on us to fail, he's going to be waiting a long time. So
there we go. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I think from his perspective, I think I would have agreed with the team choice, but that's about it.
Wow.
No, I think this is like one of those moments where you like retweet that tweet and say like, well, this aged really well, or it's just like something along those lines.
But but being for real, it's like we do this and we know we're taking like risk, so it's like we understand that it's like on one end you're gonna have someone that's gonna feel very positive towards it, and on the other hand it's gonna be someone that's like, no, this is terrible, it's not gonna work, and as creatives, like we're both of those people. We're kind of like back and forth whenever we do take a risk like that, like cattle pack, that was kind of something that could have either been great or we could have been like the laughing stock of the hack community. So we take risk and we kind of understand that some people are gonna go with it and some people are gonna be maybe like repulsed by it in some cases.
Yeah, but I mean, to give yourself some credit there, like you have an impeccable eye for the obscure. Like who would have thought that a cow print hat would cause panic? So and like that's something that you should definitely hold your hat on, no pun intended, a little bit, because you do have a very, very good eye for that obscure and different materials that will work for Hat Club and for our customers. So
thanks, man.
Shout out to you on that.
Appreciate it.
I think the first time I talked to Freddie and kind of like saw some of the packs that were connected to him, I think to his credit, he was saying that I think one of the things that's probably missing in our community is diversity of design. It's like we celebrate that with cars, we celebrate that with clothes. So it's like, why not celebrate that with hats too? I mean, I think that a lot of like his work, if you look back at Carbon Pack, you look at this, you look at even the barbecue pack and certain elements, it's like it takes things that we probably don't think about from a creative perspective and really kind of puts it in a different eye and perspective. So I've never been a chance to give you your flowers publicly, Freddie, about just, your approach to design, but definitely wanted to do so on here, man. You do a great job. And, can't wait to see what else you come up with.
Ben, did we show off the O's?
We did not.
No, we didn't, because I thought you were going to because you were wearing it on your head.
All right, let's do this.
I got you.
So last but certainly not least, once Ben brings me over, there we go, is the Baltimore Orioles with this. We've never done this before, Freddie, right? The pink dyed camo.
Nope.
Correct.
Yeah, so first of its kind pink dyed camo, beautiful looking crown, pink bird on the front with the copper tones that that Freddie was talking about that ties every hat together on the exterior of the O. Jackie Robinson patch on the side, similar to the Mets, but obviously different coloration to it with metallic gold and metallic copper, and then a brown interior to it. Great looking hat, brown upper visor, and then green UV. So this one is definitely going to be worn heavily by me.
Yeah. Trippy Ricky with an interesting question for you, Freddie. He was saying, what was the meaning of the Jackie patch on the Beemore hat? And I guess now, since we brought it up, the New York hat as well, was there a specific underlying purpose why you chose that patch, or was it just it just seemed to fit?
No, yeah, I mean, it's just one of my favorite like patches. So I know we do a lot of like stuff in like the 30th anniversary for Baltimore, the Mets. Like we kind of seen it all, and I think in this collection, theme across it was kind of to do something different. So it's like you'll see kind of like even with Houston, that's not a patch that we typically use. So we kind of wanted to like break convention a little bit and like do things a little bit different this time around.
Nice.
I like it.
I saw somebody comment that we need to do more animal print hats, which I actually kind of agree with. Freddie and I talked about this in May when we were down there for 5950 Day in LA. One of the hats in my collection that I still need to submit to you, Freddie, I promise I'm going to do this on Thursday of this next week, is an animal print, so hopefully we can pull it off. But what are your thoughts about that, expanding upon that, with the exception of obviously the cow print that we've already done?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I'm all into kind of like I said, I need more kind of like tools to kind of play with beyond just picking certain like poly fabrics and stuff like that. So whenever we can kind of go out and do something new, something more expressive, that's something that I always enjoy. Actually, I do have like some fabrics that I want to show you too, because when we went to Buffalo, I did see some stuff and I thought of you, so I got you.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy, I'll give you Jimi Hendrix. I'll give you a heads up because you're the one that actually that brought that up. So the one animal print in my collection that I've put together is a cheetah print. So wink, wink. So hopefully we can do it.
I like Flash Fires. I like the way he's going. I don't know if we're thinking the same way, but I mean, obviously there are teams that have specific animals and logos. So I'm thinking a Tiger Stripe Detroit actually would be type.
Possum print in the Coliseum.
Why not?
I don't even know what a possum print would look like. Just like smells bad and has rabies.
It's gray and it plays
possum anything is no go.
Jimi Hendrix actually had a good question as a follow-up too. What's the story behind the utilization of the pink camo and how did that come to be?
I'm always just looking at the things that are kind of like happening in the community. So I mean, it's no secret, like Realtree has been like very popular for the past couple of years, but we kind of again want to do something a little bit different. So it's like, what can we do? So yeah, working with New Era, they had some fabrics for us to look through. We saw that one and we said, this one's like, actually when I took pictures of all the fabrics while I was there, because the ones that I liked. When I was putting the story together, going back, then I saw, I already had pink on my mind, and then I saw that one, especially like for fall with like the leaves that are kind of imprinted in the print. I was like, this is perfect. And the Orioles hat in particular is one of my favorite hats, like on Realtree. So I wanted to kind of use that as like the platform for this hat.
I don't think we've ever missed with the bird logo for Baltimore on
No, not yet.
I don't think
it's an easy logo to work with, man. It's a great logo, so I can't take that.
Do you guys have any other questions for Freddie?
I'll ask him this one just because I'm interested to see what he says. What would you say is the most annoying design trend, I think, in the community that you've seen, or something that you would like to see less of rolling into 2025?
I don't know. I don't know that I have one. Like, I think kind of like a lot of people, I feel like colored undervisors in certain situations are kind of just overdone. But I mean, I think that's everyone that's here knows that already. But I think beyond that, like nothing really. I mean, I think it's great that everyone kind of gets to kind of, put their spin on like the same cap. So I think all varieties kind of serve a purpose. one way or another.
Makes sense.
What's yours, Tef? What's one that you want to see?
So Kobe kind of hinted on it. I think that with metallics, I think just using them tastefully. I mean, there's some hats that are made to be very gaudy, and that's just what it is. And I'm definitely not gonna knock anybody from a design perspective for that. But I do feel like metallics don't make a hat. I still think that there's an understanding of color theory that you still have to have when you put colors together. Like I said, that's I think one of the best things that I can give Freddie his flowers for. I feel like all of his packs are extremely well color balanced. They don't seem to be like the colors clash. And I think sometimes people think metallics can save that, and they don't. It's like you can't just throw gold metallic threading in there and kind of say like hope for the best. It's not like garlic seasoning. You can't just throw that in the pot and hope it works. It's like I feel like there does need to be a little bit more understanding, I think, from a design perspective of color theory and appreciation of it. Triadic schemes, monochromatics, triadic, whatever you really want to look at it, from that perspective. I think that that's something I'd like to see more of, because I think people have really great ideas, and sometimes it's cool to go with the minor color and make the minor color the star of the show, or sometimes just pick up something that's really basic and go from there. But I think diversity in that sense, metallics used more tastefully, I would say is something that I would like to see change as we roll into 2025.
For sure.
Jorge Brock, in regard to your question, has Hat Club ever used black metallic before? Yeah, we did an entire collection based on black metallic.
Yeah. I mean, we did pewter, and then because I've only learned this because I've started to watch hats closer, but like I know pewter shines a little bit more. I think metallic black pearl is a little bit more. I think it's a little bit flatter, but yeah, we've definitely. I want to say the horror pack last year that Mr. Postman did, and that side patch, I think there's some black metallic pearl in there.
Yeah, there is.
If I'm not mistaken.
And then I think one last question from chat for you, Freddie, is what's your favorite UV color?
It changes. If you notice, like if you follow the collections that have dropped since I started, I had kind of like this like crazy run with like gray UVs, and then I caught myself and I was like, oh, I need to do more green UVs. So I just doing green UVs, and now I'm like back on like my gray UVs. I've been doing a little bit more in the pink space with like pinky season and whatnot, but I'd say probably my favorite color is green, but I think you can't go wrong with a good gray. So I gotta say gray.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Grays and greens are my favorite for sure.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either, honestly. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes like green, if it's just like a clean, like on this hat, if it's just a clean colorway like that, green just gives it that extra like pop, or like, a little extra something, and then if I want to be a little bit safe, I'll go with gray.
Well, I said gray is a very much grown man color. Like, I feel like we're in a fashion like
old Pep.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, man?
Yeah.
I feel like I think anything I've ever seen, and I look at, I mean, if you look at Kith, if you look at ALD, if you look at a lot of them, like a lot of them go with gray UV colors because I think it's subtle. It's not loud. I think green is kind of more of what you traditionally saw with snapbacks, retro scripts and things like that. So it's not to say I don't like a good Kelly Green. I love Kelly Green, but I think gray just kind of puts that little oomph of, so it puts that oomph on the hat. Because I think when people say, "Ooh, that's a gray UV too," that's kind of nice. I like that. I like that a lot.
I would say I mean I got probably like 1,000 hats, but I would say that 95% of them are grays or green. So I don't have a lot of ices. I don't have a lot of pinkies. Have a limited amount of red bottoms. Like I think probably less than 20 between all of the so very small percentage goes outside the grays and greens for me.
Yeah, buddy. Well, right on, Freddie. Appreciate you joining us. Giving us the full explanation in regard to Sakura 2.0. And just as a reminder to all you guys, they are dropping tomorrow, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And if you're in LA and New York, they will be dropping in stores there as well.
And great work again, Freddie. You crushed it.
Guys, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, Freddie.
Peace.
Then we lost Ben.
The worst day for all this.
Yeah. It's just the indicator too that we that you got to get going to that airport pretty soon. So
yeah.
But unfortunately, chap, Ben is the one that has the hats. So I can't even. Okay, there we go.
Back.
Magnificent, exactly. That no one told me it was a Green Day. I should have.
Oh
read the room.
dude, this is just driving me crazy. Hold on one sec. I got to double check the date on when these ones are dropping. Sorry, I forgot. This is the one thing I forgot to write down.
I have it right in front of me, Ben. So which one you got in your hands there?
WNBA.
Oh, WNBA. WNBA drops on Saturday.
Cool. All right, here we go. So our first mini pack for WNBA hats, and there are going to be more to come. Give me one sec. Let me get it on the screen here. Oh, it's Austin. There we go. So if you guys remember the Flawless hats from back in the day that had the little logo in the front left panel, if you're wearing it, front right panel, if you're looking at it, that's what we got here. And these ones are modeled after the actual WNBA basketball, hence the discolorization within the panels right there. So 6-pack going on here. So as I said, Flawless style. It's got the WNBA logo in the front right corner, front left corner if you're wearing it, and team logo for the side patch. So starting off with the Indianapolis Fever. No logo on the back because obviously the WNBA logo is going to be on the front. Cool gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and all these are going to be made in China.
I do like the I will say it's a very clean, like kind of clean, because color how it's blocked. But yeah, I think I would like to see the teams on the side patches become like more of the focal points with future collections that we do.
I agree with that. Next up is going to be Las Vegas Aces. And then Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sabrina and Company with the New York Liberty.
Caesar. I don't believe there is a specific player that is the inspo behind the WNBA logo.
I think it's more based on the ball really than anything.
Yeah.
LA Sparks up next. And last but not least, Phoenix Mercury.
Very nice. Good slew of teams there. I'm excited for us to do more for the WNBA as well. So I think it's a license that we can see a lot of legs behind, especially given the success that we're seeing. Like with the league itself. So I'm excited by us getting into that. So good grays on the bottoms. Yes.
Good grays on the bottom. But
yeah.
Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app for you guys.
Yeah,
Jay, we might. You never know. We might.
Yeah, I was like, Mr. Cap, I will double down on what I said. I think that for a color scheme continuity, I mean, it's straight, but I think definitely like how we have like Brooklyn and we have other hats that we've done for the MLB, I definitely would like to see us do more with the actual teams on the side patch. I would definitely like to see some team colored WNBAs at some point. Small group. Maybe by the time that the next pack releases is playoffs, so maybe teams that make the playoffs.
There's more WNBA in the works and more silhouettes as well.
Yeah.
So, this is not going to be our first or last installment of this league. So, be on the lookout for more in the future for that. So, but yes, these release Saturday, folks.
11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app. Moving on into Sunday. So Spin the Block Sunday, of course, did things a little bit different. So as previous Spin the Block Sundays, we brought some hats back. However, this time around, we made some detailed changes to every single one of them. So without further ado, Louis V is making its return to hackclub.com, Hack Club app. Not to mention every single store is going to be getting these. And as soon as the stores get them, they are dropping them. So Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app. It's the return of Louis V's, but all brand new front logos, all new side patches, black crown, black button, black upper visor, red under visor, of course, black, red, and white flat stitch baddie on the back, black tonal New Era flag on the side. But yeah, this one is going to start off with the late 90s, early 2000s SD logo, so all whited out. 20th anniversary of Petco Park.
I do like this. I like the fact that we were really clean on the front logo and that side patch. I think from what was another pack I think we did that Pepco on recently? I just can't
very recently. I forget what it was though.
Was it the blue and yellow?
Yeah, it was the the Deep Ocean Golds.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do like the fact that we use that side patch here and that color, and I really do like that.
So it is not orange. It is
not. This is actually
red.
It's metallic red.
Yep.
Anyway, I do like
made in China on all these.
Wow. It's a rarity. And this pack, folks, has plenty of units, so don't feel like you need to panic. But there's plenty of units available for everybody.
Correct. Jimmy, NoHo did get them because they're on the East Coast, so they got them first. So yes, as the stores are getting them, they are just putting them out, but they will hit the website on Sunday.
Right.
Next up, Philadelphia Phillies. So interleague logo for the front. So P with the star on the inside. 2008 really nice. World Series champion for the side patch.
Yep. The more
very
I see
nice.
that patch.
And also a sneaky crossover.
Very sneaky crossover.
Yes, it is. The more I see that patch, the more I start to like it.
I got to hold these ones for last. Hold on one sec. Because there is some NFL and there's actually some Arizona Fall League in the mix of this collection as well.
Oh.
Detroit Tigers up next. So the 1970s style larger D logo. Actually, no, I'm going to say this one is more close to from a couple years ago because it doesn't have the outline around it like the 1976 style does. But 2005 All-Star Game. So if you guys remember, there was that one season where the Tigers bigger logo for the road and the home hat. So that's what's going on here. But yeah, 2005 All-Star Game for the side patch. Red underbill, black sweatband, made in China. Next up, Houston Astros. So 1970s, 1980s H and Star logo, metallic red, of course. 1968 All-Star Game with the Astrodome for the side patch.
Definitely one of my favorites.
Ben, to quickly hijack you, I'll deliver some breaking news here to people. So Jimmy Hendricks got a good question, one that we get asked very frequently. Will we ever have the ability to use our points in store in the future? The answer is yes, and hopefully before the year is over. So we're figuring out the technology aspect to it between our in-store systems, our .com systems, and just going from there. But the answer is definitely yes, and we're working towards it. So, but we will talk about points more after we talk about all this stuff too. But yeah,
back to it. LA Dodgers up next. So 40th anniversary. So a lot of metallic red, metallic silver on the interior and exterior details there. Flat stitch baddie, red undervisor, black sweatband, made in China.
Do like that.
Nino on IG. We do sell low profile fitteds, not often, but we do sell them on occasion.
Next up, Texas Rangers. So T logo, metallic red as far as the blocking of the drop shadow. 1995 All-Star Game. So metallic red, metallic silver, just like the Dodgers one I just showed you. Bada boom.
Yeah, that's definitely my top 3.
Minnesota Twins up next. MLO more specifically. 2014 All-Star Game. So once again, metallic silver.
That was nice.
A little bit more of metallic gray, metallic red as far as the side patch logo.
That one feels futuristic.
Very.
That it does. Very Batman Beyond-y.
Next up, San Francisco Giants. 80s rounded off logo for the front. 1989 World Series Battle of the Bay more specifically for the side patch.
I wanted a different side patch here, but I'm not mad at it. It's very clean.
I feel you on that. Oh, Austin's favorite up next. Boston Red Sox with the 1999 All-Star Game side patch.
Great team, terrible patch. Great team, terrible patch. That is my least favorite patch of all time. People know.
The question, can you make the side patch bigger? Answer. Yes.
Absolutely.
I would rather wear the Phillies poop patch for a full year than than have that billboard on the side of my head.
All right, Cleveland Indians up next. This is a flat stitch logo, so the alternate eye logo, white interior, metallic red exterior. 1995 World Series side patch, not one that we use a combination of because we've been doing a lot of Jacobs Field lately. But yeah, even though it was a losing World Series for the Indians, it's been a while since we've done an Indians with the 95.
It's a bad year for Cleveland, great year for Atlanta.
Fitted Boulevard. These are Louis V's coming back in some new stylings. It's not Glow My Gods. I know it's looking a little orange right now, but they are definitely red.
Blame the sun. It's blasting through. Chicago White Sox up next. So Southsiders, Comiskey Park, metallic silver, white, and metallic red for the details in the side patch. But yeah.
I have the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the patch on it. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what.
Oh, literally right here. Let's go.
Which one you got?
I
got Baltimore Orioles up next. So alt logo. Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the OG, yeah.
So this is the OG Louis V White Sox that had 2003 All-Star game. And now it's Comiskey Park.
Yeah.
Good choice. I think I have the Yankee LV with the gotta find it.
Anyway, Baltimore Orioles back up in the clock. 30th anniversary. I think I said 50th anniversary by mistake. But yeah, 30 years. 83, obviously they won the World Series. Swinging bird for the side patch. Red under visor, made in China.
Do these have a Hat Club interior label, Ben?
They do not.
Oh,
they do not.
Ooh.
Anaheim Angels. So Disney era. I like this detail with the black interior for the A logo. And then, of course, white and red on the outskirts there. That is, of course, metallic red for the lining details. 40 seasons for the side patch.
I do like that. Yeah. I've always liked that front logo side patch combination.
Pittsburgh Pirates coming up next. Yeah, there's a lot of these. P logo front, 1959 Pirate logo, All-Star game for the side patch. A lot of metallic silver, metallic red details there, obviously.
That looks insane.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first one was 2006 All-Star game for the side patch. Austin's favorite, New York Yankees up next. Hold on one sec. There's a little bit of schmutz on the side here.
Keep the schmutz on there, Ben.
Basically, my logo, metallic silver, metallic red, 1996 side patch.
Schmutz.
6 more to go. My God, it never ends. Actually, I got to save that one for last. Oakland A's up next. This one's for you, Alibo. Oakland script on the front, white, metallic red on the exterior.
Okay.
Ricky Henderson
Okay.
patch,
yeah.
Calm down, Oakland.
That's a
Ben,
great.
Are you getting this one?
Yeah, I probably will.
It's a beauty.
It is.
Yeah, if you didn't get that, Ben, I would have questions.
Well, if it was my size, this is a 7.38. It's not a 7.5. I'd probably be taking it to Chicago with me on account of all the Bulls jerseys I'm packing.
That would look great with
perfectly.
That would look great with the Bulls script jersey.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get it.
Arizona Diamondbacks up next. So more of a skeletal style with the upside down A logo. And what I mean by that is obviously negative coloring on the inside and just the outline as well as the coloring inside the scales, which I actually kind of like this detail on it.
But
25 years.
May the 4th. This is probably a good backup.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. All right.
It's crazy.
These ones, I got 4 left. I had to save these ones for the end. So obviously I showed you guys an Anaheim Angels one. There is a Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in this collection. It's the only one with the metallic pewter on the inside as well as metallic gold.
That one's sick.
But 2010 All-Star game for the side patch. Yeah, this one actually came out great.
Yeah, that's sick. I liked how it transitions from that black to the pewter on the inside. Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That is sinister.
Sinister. And then the last few I got for you guys, I said there were some NFL and of course an Arizona Fall League. So Scottsdale Scorpions, which we haven't done a Scorpions hat in quite some time.
No, beautifully executed though.
Yeah, and it's their actual team color, so it kind of works out. So
I have a feeling those are gonna fly at the Arizona stores.
Yes, they are.
You have a very specific hoodie that will go very, very well with.
Man, there's 2 Angels hat in this drop. What are you talking about? With the Arizona Fall League for the side patch. This one, oddly enough, has the Batterman logo, the MLB Batterman logo on the back, which is very confusing. But I'm also not mad about it. Because I know how picky everybody is about Batterman logos in the back. So surprisingly, yeah, didn't go with the minor league logo, went with the MLB.
Bingo, high TTV. You know exactly where I'm going with that.
And of course, the last 2 I got for you guys, San Francisco 49ers.
Clean.
Going with the 80s logo, Super Bowl 24. This one is just going to have the SF logo on the back, but every other detail is accurate to red undervisor, black sweatband, made in China as well.
What's the background on that one, Ben?
Boink.
Okay. Very nice.
And last but not least, Los Angeles Raiders, more specifically for this one, just on account of the fact that it is Super Bowl 18, which they did win that one, and the stitched out Raiders script on the back. And that's it. Like I said, these are going to be dropping Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hackclub app. And as all the stores start receiving them, they will put them on the floor immediately. So somebody already pointed out NoHo has theirs, which means every other store should get them within the next 24 hours or so.
Yes, chat, this is Louis V's coming back in slightly different styles, new patches, some new teams that we've never had in them before. So, but yeah, should be able to get it readily available. And then someone on IG was also asking Ben how you hold up your hats, and it's a paper clip, right? Like a binder
actually,
clip?
It's funny because I've been meaning to make an updated video on this, so I'm gonna have to do it immediately after I get back from Chicago. But yeah, nail in the wall, and then I got one right here.
Clip. Yeah,
medium-sized paper bundle clip, because then all you have to do is put it over the button, and it just sits perfectly.
Very nice.
There you go.
Did anybody teach you that, or did you just discover it on your own?
I was gonna say there are many other people in this world who have taken credit for this. This shit was mine, and anybody who says they came up with this idea before me, you're fucking wrong. No, because like there was a video I posted on, like, the one and only YouTube video I posted, and this goes back to like 2010, 2011, and taught everybody how to do that shit, and Anyway.
Unfortunate, Ben. Unfortunate.
It's okay.
You missed out on a couple $100.
Yeah, a couple hundred. Yeah. No.
It's a system, Austin. It's a system.
It's funny because the point in time when I came up with it was I was getting tattooed, and my tattoo artist had like a random paper clip or paper bundle clip that was hanging from a nail, and I was like looking at that. I'm like, huh. Took my hat off, while we were on break, put it on, and then put it on the wall, and it's just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. That easy? Yeah. Anyway, we got one more collection to show off, and these are going to be dropping on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct. Let me
I hope I'm correct here.
Yes, Tuesday 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern.
There we go. Hackclub.com and Hackclub app only on these. None of the stores are beginning them. This is going to be the 5 Nations. Actually, is Wilder here?
He is. I think I just saw him in chat.
I haven't seen him
Wilder,
in chat.
you want to jump the video real quick? We got a little bit of time. You could probably explain this whole collection better than I can.
If he is in here, I haven't seen him.
But... Yeah, we'll give it a second.
Yeah, he has, like, when we were showing off the other pack, he was just like, and they say Hat Club doesn't make enough angels.
Okay, so he is in chat. Let's see.
Awesome.
Yeah, but a little bit of a backstory here. So the Five Nations pack done in partnership with several community members from different cities across this great nation of ours that pay homage to their heritage. So Ben has all the hats with him. Hopefully AB's around there. We can have him pop in. But the pack was done in conjunction with AB.
Yep.
AB did a 6 hat that is a conglomerate of all of the different nations brought together into one hat. So we'll show that together. But yeah, I don't know. Did you shoot him?
Okay, he's driving right now. No worries. I was sending him the link. That's why I was like, quiet and delayed right there, just in case he didn't have it. So no, you actually did a much better explanation than I probably could have. So I think you said cities when you meant to say countries, though.
Oh, did I say cities?
I think so.
Yeah, country heritage.
Yes. So a lot of like Central American. So very, very, very heavy Hispanic. So first up we got is going to be Baltimore Orioles. This of course is a lighter teal / turquoise. And peanut butter khaki for the upper visor here.
Ooh.
And then a nice little red button up top that is not orange, that is red. But bone or kind of like I always say bone for the interior for the threading.
Okay.
Metallic silver for the exterior there. 30th anniversary for the side patch. So a lot of great color details in regard to pink and yellows and what's this other colorway? It's a certain shade of blue that I'm just spacing on right now. It's not electric blue, but
Robin's egg.
Robin, dude, it is actually. Oh man.
Yes, in chat, please, if you know who we did this in partnership with, please shout them out.
Yes,
we're just not allowed to. So from a legality standpoint, so please shout them out on chat if you know. So I know like Kicks and EDC on Twitch knows. So and then Elk Dot, it is San Juan, Puerto Rico that we have behind us.
Yes. All these will have the Hat Club logo on the interior, all black sweatband. This is going to be a gray under visor for this one. And all these are going to be made in China. So this is number 1 of 6. I know it's called Five Nations, but all of them unify into one super hat. It's like Captain Planet.
The funny thing is the name of the pack, Five Nation, reminds me of like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, actually, it's been reminding me of the Nation of Domination from WWE. So that whole theme song's been running through my head like ever since I first pulled these out. I gotta turn the light down on this one just a hair. I don't want to wash it out. There we go, much better. So Houston Astros up next. This is one of 2 Houston Astros. God damn it.
Like Elgato didn't want Ben to be great.
No, it was too much. It was too much for Elgato on that one. I'm coming back. Hold on one sec. D-Trix, I appreciate you, man. You know what all these are all about. All right, there we go.
Made in Elgato, yes.
So chrome white crown. This is actually a navy blue upper visor, navy blue button. Threading for the interior detail for the open star, metallic gold on the exterior. Celebrating 40 years, all black and metallic gold. Actually, I really like this color scheme on that. Just not too many colors. Just everything picks up perfectly.
Yes, El Salvador for this one.
And I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, all the flat stitch Batterman logos are basically done in the same flag coloring. Cool. Don't want to be a liar on that one. Gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag, and made in China on this bad boy.
You like that?
Up next is going to be Houston Astros number 2. So royal blue, crown, baby blue button up top. This is going to be a forest green upper visor, white H logo. So this is going to be the current Houston Astros front logo. Combination of a little bit of metallic copper around the edges of the H, if you guys can catch that. But then obviously it's going to be metallic red for the interior for the star logo. 2024 All-Star Game. Was not expecting this one to be the side patch, but I kind of dig it.
Yeah, not to steal your thunder there, Ben, but I believe this one should have been shown last.
Well, damn it. I had a feeling on that. I just pulled them out.
I believe this is AB's contribution.
Okay. This is the unifier of all the great nations. Yes.
I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
No, I'm pretty sure you're
just said AB fire emoji, so I believe I'm right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the side patch on this Houston. I do like that a lot.
I like the all metallic Batterman logo in the back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of works. Cool gray undervisor, black sweatband, hat clip tag, made in China. So I apologize for not showing this one last, but I got 3 other more. I'll come back to it after
I like the utilization of the 2024 patch on this one because like it almost feels like a like an establishment date, of like this is when the collection came to be,
I love you, Elijah. I'm glad my cursing fires you up. Probably scares my neighbors, to be honest. Minnesota Twins up next. So chrome white crown. That's going to be a royal blue button up top. Metallic icy on the interior details for the M logo, but metallic royal blue on the exterior. Dark brown for the upper visor. Multicolored all metallics American League for the side patch.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the execution on that side patch.
This is a nice one. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Right now, this is my favorite. I personally am not a fan of alternate colored buttons on crowns if it doesn't match the top visor.
Okay.
Or if it's not a solid and then a different color. So that's the only deterrent for me, but this is my favorite thus far.
Yeah. Metallic pewter, metallic copper for the flat stitch Batterman logo in the back. Cool gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club logo on the inside, made in China.
Oh, I was correct on the patchwork by AB.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Somebody was asking for a Philadelphia Phillies hat. I mean, aside from the one that we obviously have for Louis V, got another one on tap for you guys too.
Oh, this one. Oh man, that's a beauty.
Hotness. Light navy for the crown. That is a forest green button up top. Metallic royal on the interior for the P logo. Dark brown for the upper visor. 1996 All-Star Game for the side patch. So all metallics on this one. Flat stitch baddie on the back.
I do like that.
That is a beauty.
But the only Hat Club original pink undervisor in the collection. Black sweatband, Hat Club tag, made in China on this one.
I feel like this one could be worn year-round.
It can. Yeah. Definitely can.
And would look great in the winter as well. Like I think like winter is when it's going to shine, but I think it could be worn year-round.
1000%.
All right, this one, I haven't seen this color scheme used as far as a hat, so I'm curious how the light's going to pick it up. I might have to go a little bit brighter on this. Okay, good. It's actually picking it up. So San Diego Padres, this is the last one before I show off the, the Astros one again that unifies all the nations. But this one's like a moss green as far as the crown and upper visor, burnt orange button up top. Metallic pewter, metallic icy blue for the interior for the SD logo. So love the fact that it's 2 different colors for the SD. Metallic silver for the outskirts there. And the more detailed stadium logo for Petco Park.
I do like that. Like I said, I've always liked the stadium patches and us using them a lot more. It's very clean.
Yeah. Cool gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in China. So the color scheme on this one is just like really intriguing to me.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Feels like old school. Is it the Clippers that had that colorway with the blue and someone in LA had blue and that like gray color scheme.
I was gonna say the Clippers back in the day had the icy blue, the burnt orange. I mean, I guess you could say there's a little bit of gray in that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the old Cavs jerseys had that color scheme too, as well.
Yeah.
It is the Clippers. Yeah, it's the Clippers that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
The old Clippers jerseys that were like the blue with orange. Yeah.
And then just Topher, you said seaweed green. Fair enough. For whatever reason, moss green came to my mind.
And they were the San Diego Clippers at that point.
San Diego.
Yeah. See, I nailed it. Not to say that is the intent behind it, because it definitely is not. So anybody that wants to yell at me after this.
And then, I got to bring this one back around because, like I said, this is the unifier of all 5 nations into one hat. So, excellent job by Wilder and Company on this. So, 5 nations dropping on Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app. Gentlemen, your top 3.
I got to go Minnesota Twins number 1.
Okay.
Then I'm going Phillies 2.
Good call.
And I think Astros 3.
Which Astros? There's 2.
The off-white Astros.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tef, which way you going?
So I'm gonna actually put the Phillies in my number 1 slot. That's gonna be like I just really like how that crown came together. So I have that in my number 1 slot. My number 2 is probably going to be. Can I see the clip again? Real quick?
Yeah.
There, right there.
I got 2 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna say number 2 for me is going to be the off-white Stros, and then number 3 for me is gonna be the H-Star as well.
So 2 Astros and a Philly.
Yep.
Elijah and I are actually going to be pretty close on this one together. So I've got Baltimore in my 1 spot just because of the uniqueness in the color scheme.
Wow.
Number 2.
It feels very Ben's Punch Out.
Yeah. No, it does.
Yeah.
Going Padrino.
Knockout. Sorry, not Punch Out. Man, I am fucking up left and right tonight.
You're not fucking up as bad as my camera is. So
yeah.
Your hat on. I love this seaweed, moss green, San Diego Padres up next. And then, the one I'm going to be in agreement with everybody is the chrome white, navy blue 2-tone with the Houston Astros, just because I'm a sucker for this color scheme. So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And shout out to everybody that was involved in this pack. Great work to all of you gentlemen. You crushed it. Yeah. And I can't wait to see more come from this type of inspiration as well.
Oh my God, we made it.
We made it.
I was stressing for no reason, especially with the camera just flipping out on me. I just thought this was like, this is gonna.
Yeah, I thought we were doomed. I thought we were doomed when your camera kept going out and you had a lot of hats left to show.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, damn it, we should have shipped them to TEF.
I was gonna say, if there was an X-ray to show like the internal panic inside my organs, I wish you guys could see it. Oh my God.
Oh God, I was like, no, absolutely not. And for those that have been asking, very big reveal for me coming next week. So
I can't wait for that.
I've seen it. Yeah,
very big reveal coming for me next week. You guys have been extremely patient. Thank you. Very
Rashad, how's stock on Sakura? It's decent, so hopefully you're able to hit, but I think that it's going to be very, very much high in demand, but a lot of our stores are carrying them. LA and New York specifically are carrying them. So hopefully you live close to one of those stores so you can cop in person. But
I will say in regards to the Yankee, because I know that's going to be the high demand one. The stock on the velour Yankees this time is actually double what it was for the previous one.
Yes. Which hopefully will be longer than the last one sold out in 30 seconds. So hopefully we at least hit a minute mark with these. So, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of people are jonesing for these,
Yeah.
Yep. Magnificent, to answer your question. Yes. Reveal as to what's coming for, next month. Good things coming next month. And let's see here. Vengeful Spectre, yes, it's definitely another TEF drop. definitely another one.
Bangers.
Alimo. Stock on the Louis V's is great. Like we stock these enough to make them last for a while. So you got nothing to panic about.
We the stock on the Louis V's is similar to a Color Story. So that was our intention behind it. This stock is supposed to last us 3 months based off of the reception of it. I don't think it's going to be the case. But so like the stock is pretty high on it. So you should have no problem copping. So
Magnificent, ironically enough, one of them is a grown man green.
Hey.
One of them is. So excitement. Real excitement. It's Austin has had to like literally ban me from showing anything or talking about it. So I've been being compliant, but Monday all bets are off. So I can do what I want at that point.
Correct.
Elk Dot, hit me up on Sunday when I get back from Chicago. I'll help you out.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yes, and a lot of panic coming over the next couple of weeks. So September is going to be starting off hot. Dallas Cowboys fans, you are not waiting long. We've been telling it to you for a couple weeks. It's coming. It's coming next week. Tune in. Next week, tune in is all we got to say.
Yes.
So, and then like Ronnie's been putting some stuff out into the universe. That could be happening sooner than you may think.
And get him on the show when this comes around.
What's that?
I say we should probably hit Ronnie up and try and get him on the show when this comes.
Oh, absolutely! I think he'll definitely be down. So,
shit, Elijah. I'm gonna have to figure this one out with you. The Rays purple two-tone City Connect. They're LA exclusives. I just found out in the last 24 hours. So yes, I will figure that out for you.
Yeah, and Hat Club, I'll put a little bit of a teaser out there. Hat Club LA for Ronnie specifically will not be disappointed.
They will not.
It will not.
It will not.
And as far as the stock on the 5 Nation spec, I don't know. I haven't looked, so I can't answer that right now.
I don't know. I really don't. Actually,
Magnificent. Your negative points question, hit up customer service immediately because it means something happened and they just need to fix it.
I would. Yeah, I mean, 5 Nations. If you don't sleep on it, is all I'm gonna say. It's not a massive amount of units, so like it's gonna go quick.
Bingo.
Indeed.
So.
All right. I think that wraps up everything on our end. I gotta box these hats back up and immediately get them to FedEx on the way to the airport. So
oh boy,
I know.
Well,
especially the Sakura ones on account of the fact that technically the stock is 1 less in all of them. So
2 less on the Yankee and the Seattle because I have 1 and you have 1. So yeah, so that's not great for people, but we'll get them back. Don't worry.
We will. But anyway, gentlemen, I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'll send you my love from Chicago. If anybody's going to any of the Pearl Jam shows, hit me up. I'll be hanging out in
Louisville. Fish pizza for us, would you?
Yeah,
that's on the agenda. I've actually never eaten at Pequod's, and got to do it this time around.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Wow, very nice. What about a Chicago dog?
If I do a Chicago dog, I might have to go down to Wiener Circle and polish it off with a chocolate milkshake.
Wieners. Is it really located in Wiener Circle?
No, Wiener Circle is
it's
establishment.
A place. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I don't even know if I would even give my location at that point. I'll have to give a cross street. I'm not saying that out loud.
It's more.
Ben, you definitely got to do a story on your IG and have the location as Wiener Circle.
Yes. No, it's more so the chocolate milkshake aspect of Wiener Circle. It's a definitely, if you know, you know.
I don't know on that one.
I'll say this. I had to find out the hard way because I got conned into it. But yeah.
So is it terrible or
no? It's not terrible. It's just not what I expected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For me, hi TTV. Yeah, for me, I don't think I'm saying I'm gonna give a cross street of where I'm located. I'm not saying I'm not saying, hey, come meet me at no. It's not happening. Not for me.
Julian, any new Astro releases? We just showed off like 20.
Yeah.
Where you been,
like a child who just wanders into the theater in the middle of the show and asks to be updated on everything?
Where you been?
Where you been, man?
Anyway, but I got to get going. Guys, looking forward to seeing you all next week. I will say recap is going to be 3:30 West Coast next week. So still an hour earlier than the usual time. Once again, it is my fault.
Ooh, always is. And I just realized, guys, I will be doing recap from a different location. Somewhere very tropical. I just realized that for
very nice. Like when we had Bree tune in from Miami that one time.
Yeah, there will be a very, very, very tropical. Yes, the Miami PI shades, the Magnum PI shades. Yes, you guys.
He looks like he's one of the Bears guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Listen, he is Chicago ready, Austin.
Yeah, he is.
Can't stop him.
Can't wait.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all for tapping the recap. Until next time.
See ya.
Take care, y'all.
Thank you for tuning in.